So as you may know, the senator from Ohio and the vice president-elect, J.D. Vance, is a huge defender of working-class Americans and a vociferous critic of big money, big business, the elites, billionaires, and he always stands up to them and makes sure that they're held accountable for whatever they may do that harms American workers and for whatever bad-mouthing they may do against the working class. And here we have another example of it from MSNBC. J.D. Vance defends billionaire business pal accused of cruel remark on small-town America. Oh, oops. So, MAGA-aligned tech billionaire Marc Andreessen faced backlash after a cruel remark he allegedly made about small-town America in 2017 resurfaced on social media this week. The quote's from an American Prospect article published in April and authored by journalist Rick Perlstein, who recounted a dinner he had with Andreessen in 2017. Perlstein recollected an alleged discussion with Andreessen about the plight of small-town Americans. He quotes Andreessen as having said something to the effect of, "I'm glad there's OxyContin in video games to keep those people quiet." So Perlstein went on to note that he may have misremembered whether Andreessen used the word quiet or another word to indicate small-town America's futility. The alleged remark suggests Andreessen carried disdain for people who make up much of the MAGA base. On Monday, Andreessen confirmed Perlstein attended dinner at his house in 2017, but appeared to deny having made the degrading comment about small-town Americans. Quote, "True to form, he is now slandering me with fake quotes," Andreessen alleged, referring to Perlstein. Perlstein isn't backing down from his reporting. On Tuesday, he encouraged readers to, quote, "decide for yourself," and suggested reporters ask Andreessen to confirm or deny whether he holds the people he grew up with in contempt. With regard to contempt, Andreessen's alleged remarks feel similar to Trump's reported rhetoric. It's also reminiscent of the classist depiction of rural America in Vance's 2016 memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. Vance, whose venture capital firm was reportedly fueled in part by Andreessen, leaped to the billionaire investor's defense on Tuesday. What the heck? Well, I thought he stood up for working class people. I thought he was standing up against the elites. Like, what's going on here? Quote, "I am admittedly biased, but I'm biased because Mark is a good dude," Vance posted to X. "I don't believe Perlstein's slander for a second." Why, he's just defending the billionaires. Someone should have told me that this guy was just a billionaire bootlicker. I can't believe it. I thought he was going to stand up for the middle class and the lower class Americans, the people in rural America. What's going on here? Yeah, it's exactly what it says. He's doing exactly what he says he's doing. And let's talk about the merits of what Perlstein said. Obviously, we cannot confirm with complete certainty that Mr. Andreessen said that, but there's great reason to believe that he did say it. I mean, Marc Andreessen has shown that he doesn't have a good relationship with the truth. Go watch the video of him on Joe Rogan, just going off about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, peddling a bunch of nonsensical conspiracy theories, just ironically doing slander against the CFPB. And Joe Rogan's like Joe Rogan can't even believe what he's hearing. But unfortunately, he didn't really call him out. He didn't fact check Andreessen, and he just let the billionaire guy ramble and spout nonstop falsehoods, like a true Gish Gallop. But yeah, that's who Andreessen is. We don't know for sure that he's lying about not having said this, if Perlstein's telling the truth, but I would bet on Perlstein telling the truth here. I would 100% believe that Mr. Andreessen has a lot of resentment, a lot of contempt towards anyone who has less wealth than him. I mean, this isn't exactly rare. Right-wing politicians who are really wealthy, right-wing billionaires, they look down on people who aren't as wealthy as them. They view them as basically being less hardworking, less intelligent, less gifted, whatever have you. And J.D. Vance, I mean, he's really showing his true colors here. He is a chameleon to his core. He's trashed Trump in the past, and now he's cuddling up to Trump as his VP nominee. But most egregiously, he's been a chameleon in the sense that he pretends to be this working class hero, this populist guy who's standing up for the interest of small town America. But he goes out on X, takes his mask right off his face, and says, Mark Andreessen is a good guy. He's totally not a billionaire dirtbag who disparages the working class. He's just being slandered by big, bad, mean media journalist Rick Perlstein. Slander, meh. J.D. Vance, you are not standing up for the working class. You are standing up for the billionaires. That's exactly what Donald Trump's going to do as president. That's what you're going to do as vice president. And Americans in the center, Americans on the right who view themselves as populists, keep in mind that this is what J.D. Vance is going to do if he becomes president. Almost all, if not all, of the policies that he supports will be gifts to people like Mark Andreessen, people of that socioeconomic status, not to working class Americans. So we have 2 to 4 years, 2 years till the midterms, 4 years till the 2028 election, where I think it's likely that Vance will be the Republican nominee, to show Americans that this guy is not who he claims to be. Unfortunately, Democrats failed to convince Americans that Trump was a fraud, that he was a con man, at least convince enough Americans, because Democrats lost in the 2024 election. But come 2028, we'll probably have a different guy. We'll have Trump's record to attack, and we'll have stuff like this to attack from J.D. Vance if he's the nominee. Going out and straight up simping for a billionaire, a wealthy guy who disparages working class Americans and who lies about government agencies that help working class Americans. This is who he is. So put this in your book of arguments against the alleged populism of J.D. Vance and of Donald Trump. Keep this in mind going forward. I'm honestly surprised that he came out here and said this. I am. I feel like, he would at least try to have the facade of not, being a simp for people like that. But he is. This resonates with no one. And hopefully he got aggressively ratioed over on X like he deserves to be. But X has shifted pretty hard right, so I won't hold my breath on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think J.D. Vance is a populist working class hero? Or are you someone who pays attention? As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.